What's up, guys? It's Jeff, aka Pumpkin Spice, and I'm back. Where did I go? Nowhere really. I was just playing other games, or I was playing Insurgency Sandstorm and just having a good time, living it up. But basically 1.8 dropped last week, and I had some things bouncing around in my head, and I just figured I'd make a video about it. So let's do that. First up, I want to talk about the best, hands down the best aspect of this update, which is new players. The new players have really reinvigorated this game for me after having so many hours in and doing the same thing over and over again. Too much repetition. It seemed like majority of the time I was doing the same thing over and over again. You know, going to this spot and doing this and doing that, and then we would win. So I'm happy that these new players have come in, and I know that's because of the subsequent sale that they just had with the new update. But it's nice to have that unpredictability, you know, that atmosphere kind of like come back into this game. Um, we haven't had that for a while, and it was really incremental, so it made trying new things, I guess, more or less fun. You really didn't know what the outcome was going to be, and like say like sneaking around behind lines and just goofing with people, that all became uh, like a brand new thing again. And I really just think like that's like the most positive takeaway from this update. It's also nice to share a lot of knowledge that I've gained over the past 2 years in this game, playing this game. I like sharing that knowledge with new players. It's exciting. You know, of course, we get the toxic ones that come along and they just want to spam and the N word and say things, but there's also a lot of people that just want to play and learn how to play. I like that. It's kind of like I've rekindled my love for the game in those regards. That is probably the best thing that came out of the new update. Um, and that's not to say that the content was lacking either. I don't want to say that. So first up, I want to get on the Famas, and we're gonna we're gonna talk about the updates just in general. I do want to do some videos that really kind of go over certain aspects of the update, but this video, I just want to kind of like talk off the top of my head. So we're gonna talk about the guns. The Famas, it shouldn't have been nerfed. The way that it was in a test server really kind of made it stand out as being the new meta gun, and it still is the new meta gun, but it's just like slightly been nerfed. And I think some of the penetration values need to be played with, but the rate of fire I don't think should have been touched. It's a fun gun to play with. Um, is it always my go-to? No, but it's still just exciting. It's fun. I like it. Um, that said, I don't think a whole lot of love is going to be given to the AUG, and personally, I like the AUG more. It has a slightly slower rate of fire than like your G36 or your M4, and I like that about it. Uh, Guns like that, and the FAL or the G3, they're really easy. The slow rate of fire makes it really easy to stay on target and land those shots. In sequence instead of maybe hitting one here, spraying two and missing, and then hitting another one. I like that, being able to get on target like that constantly, just for each shot and time and everything right. So I'm actually going to show more love for the AUG than I am the Famas, and I know that's like heresy to most people that play the game right now, but I do love the AUG. Tell is a nice addition. It's very different. It was frustrating at first, but I'm starting to love it. I'm coming around to it. Once I learn a map, I enjoy it. Except for Power Plant. For some odd reason, Firefight, I hate Power Plant. I don't know why. I just don't like it. But this map is really shaping up to be really good for competitive play. I think it's going to be really fun for pugs. And the unpredictability, all the different avenues and routes that you can take, you can really move around the map and surprise people more or less. I mean, I do like that aspect of it. So Tell was a great addition, and that's really all I have to say about it. It's fun. I think it's pretty balanced on push. I don't know what happened to it in frontline. Uh, Kind of wanted it in frontline, but it's not there. I don't know why. Anyway, let's talk about the cosmetics. There's like a big divide in the community on the cosmetics, so I really want to talk about it. Um, they're paid for cosmetics. No matter what anybody says, you're turning it into, COD or Fortnite. No, it's not, because COD and Fortnite are not as unforgiving as Insurgency Sandstorm. Sorry, they could have people. They could have a Rainbow Road level, and as long as everything still, the core mechanics of the game stayed the same, it would still be Insurgency, and it still wouldn't be COD or Fortnite. Um, Me personally, I bought all the DLC. It's paid for DLC. If you don't like it, you don't have to buy it. You can buy each part of it incrementally. You don't have to buy the whole package. So I don't get what people are complaining about. It's paid for content. I don't like the skull mask. The skull mask says, "Shoot me, please." Whenever you're coming around the corner, right here, headshot. Give it to me right now. That's what I see when I see that skull mask. But I don't. I bought it. I don't wear it. What's the big deal? I mean, are you really gonna harp on, how somebody looks in a game versus how the game feels? Which is really at the heart of Sandstorm. What makes it so much better than most other FPS games is how it feels. I don't want to delve into the community too far because I'm reviewing the update. And as far as the cosmetics go, they're cosmetics. If you don't like them, don't buy them. Simple as that. Okay, so I want to talk about the bad of this update. We still don't have the toggleable or variable magnification optics. Those are not in game yet, and I understand they're probably working on them, but the hotkeys, the keybinds for those new features were, in the CTE, and to not see them in the build of the game, the new build, it's kind of upsetting. We've been waiting for these for a long time, and I think that's probably the most aggravating aspect of this update. Besides, and I really think this needs to be addressed immediately. The bug where you're playing firefight or push, and it has either the wrong objective letter up top from the beginning. You're like not on the objective, and it's showing A, whether or not it's stalemated or being captured or you're losing it, or it just doesn't show the objective that you're on altogether. I think that needs to be fixed, and it's the reason why I haven't played Pugs since this update went live. Now, before it just said stalemate on the objective before this update. Now it's just like it's broken altogether in some game modes, and I think that needs to be fixed immediately. Somebody should have already said about it on social media through NWI, and I'm pretty sure they've said something about it in the Steam forums, but I think something needs to be said on Twitter or in Reddit or on the Facebook group. They really need to start jumping on these things right away, because a lot of new players are going to get unnerved by it. They're going to feel that they've wasted their money. That, like, these things have not been fixed, even though it's been, 2 seasons now that we've been dealing with this. So that's probably the most negative aspect of this update, is specifically the points. I'm kind of bummed out about that. As far as the point to shoot, from what I understand, there was an issue with the engine, and I don't know how I feel about it in the first place. You had to equip, a laser and the grip. So I kind of just, I don't know how I feel about it right now. It's not in the game yet. I know that there was an issue between 1.7 and that only being, available on night maps and it not transferring over to day maps or something to that degree. But that was another thing. I'm not really, I'm holding out on that one. We'll see what happens with like the next update, a couple weeks or something like that. I do want to address something else, is the Famas versus the Asval. Now, the Famas has the same fire rate as the Asval. It also costs the same amount of weight points. I think with the Famas having a farther range to kill people and a less bullet drop, it should either stay at 6 and the Asval go down to 5, or the Famas go up to 7 waypoints. That's something that I think needs to be addressed. It's a lot harder to kill a person with the Asval than it is the Famas, and for them to cost the same, and the Famas be available for the rifleman, whereas the Asval is, a niche class only. That needs to be kind of like fixed. There needs to be some balancing there between the two. So that's really all I got so far. I do want to do I'm gonna do a breakdown video on a few things. Probably, touch on the grips, the new sights for the guns and whatnot. But I really just kind of want to just do an unedited, unscripted video on my feelings for this update and how I'm taking it right now. But that's all I got. Hit like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Follow me on Twitch down below. I stream pretty regularly lately, and I'll see you guys next time.